Excellent. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Toonkind D&D. I am Hexabeast, normally known just as Hex, and I will be your DM for the day. And it's going to be exciting because I am joined by three awesome people. And if my three awesome people could introduce themselves from the top of the call down, along with who you are playing, that would be great.
Where do I put the picture when I like?
Put it in the game zone, just because that'll be easiest.
Gotcha. Okay. Hello, I'm Drawonation, for short, Draw or Joy, and today I'll be playing a dinosaur gal named Lilie.
Yes.
Oh, I love them.
She is a T-Rex and she is here for some traveling.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
All right. Hello. Hi, I'm Kraken. Today I'm playing my favorite stinky boy, Bilgerat.
Fantastic.
He's doing something a little different today. He's not on the water.
He's about as far from the water as he's gonna get.
A lot of fun. I am the Jazziest AAA battery this side of the county line. You can just call me Jazz for short. I will be playing Gray, spelled with an A, not an E. Here he is.
Yay.
Do not be fooled by his fancy clothes. He has a brain cell. He's not going to use it.
Oh dear.
Oh boy. This is so wonderful. Oh gosh. Okay. So we are actually going to start this game. We at not a port, as you might think, but a train station just a couple of stops from a port. So we're still close to the coast, but far enough away that, well, it's far enough away that it wouldn't have made sense to just try and transport all of these goods on foot. It's easier to just take a train to get to this location and then go from there. But we start at this station where a bunch of cargo is currently being offloaded onto a pair of massive carts, and the three of you have been given instructions specifically to find Craven. And Craven is a roughly 3-foot / engineer, as terms of height go, worn donkey. He is impossible to miss because you can hear him shouting over the din of the crowd as all of these parts are loaded into this train, from this train into these carts. And wherever you are in relation to this stop, you can hear, load that careful now. That stuff's expensive. Do you want to be on the hold for this client? I don't. So let's kind of start at the top. Lilie, what do you do?
Lilie is like looking around because, this is a new place. Oh, it's wonderful. And then as she hears this voice just bellowing above any noise, any other noise there is, she turns to look at it. Looks at the instruction given.
Mm-hmm.
Looks at the donkey again. The paper, the donkey, the paper, the donkey. and then she approaches like, oh, hello, excuse me, hi, are you Craven?
What? What's that? Who's that? Huh? Oh, and he looks he looks like down, like he's expecting to see someone, and then he looks up at you, and he looks immediately just very pleased. And he just, oh, you must be Lilie. Yes, I'm glad to see you're here bright and early. We're just getting everything loaded up. Just give us a minute. If you want to help, well, that would be mighty fine. These guys don't really know how to treat these parts all gentle like. And you can see a couple of toons look very insulted at this, as they are, in fact, very carefully loading all of this cargo that's wrapped in like boxes and bundles onto these carts. But they don't argue with him because it seems they're used to this. They're used to Craven. And he has basically already enlisted you in to help before you even have gotten any kind of instruction otherwise.
Oh, I can help. What do I do?
Just grab these boxes from these folk over here and just put them in the carts. B and Amir will tell you what to do if you get lost. And he motions to these two absolutely massive looking horses. They, like, their heads are almost taller than you, Lilie. And it's interesting because they look unfinished in terms of toons. You can see their sketches, and they're not colored in. They're still like white, as if they're unfinished. But they both just look, nonplussed about this whole thing.
Wow.
And before we go too far into that, we are now going to jump down the line to Bilgerat. What do you do when you hear Kraken screaming around?
Bilgerat has wandered into this station, just strolling, calm as he plays. He's eating a snack, he's munching, and he's looking around. He has seen trains kind of mostly from a distance. He's not usually very far inland. This is all new. Cargo's kind of what he's been doing a lot of the time, but this is on land. And yeah, sure enough, here's Craven. That's easy. He's going to stuff the rest of the food in his mouth and work on chewing that. So that, he'll have a clear mouth to talk. There was a lot of it left. He's working on that, I think.
So here's a question. Craven is a known caravan runner, basically. And I'll let you decide. Would Bilgerat have any kind of history or knowledge of at least who Craven is, or would he have possibly even worked, however briefly, in the past with him? Or is this his first time interacting with Craven?
I would think it's first time personally interacting, but it's entirely possible he's heard of or people he's worked for before have. So that's possibly how he got the connection to this.
Okay. All right. So, and he's heading up to Craven right now, as mouth full of food.
Still chewing.
Still chewing.
It's going slower because he's caught sight of big T-Rex and also huge horses. He has never seen horses like this. They're gigantic.
Yes, they are. And in fact, I have a picture. Let me put this up. But Craven does not notice you right now. He is focused entirely on talking with Lilie and giving her instructions. There you go. That's also Craven right there. And so he doesn't notice you right now, but you do see all of the cargo getting loaded into the back of these two carts. One horse each is like hooked up to a cart, and it's clear like these horses each are meant to do the job of two normal horses. So do you want to have a quick look at any of the stuff, or are you just going to be chewing your food for a second?
Okay, Bilgerat's a little intimidated by the horses, first of all.
Aww.
They're big.
They
He thought horses
are.
were supposed to be smaller.
Normally they are. One of them looks down at Bilgerat and very just like nonchalantly just goes, eh.
Hey. And that's about all he can manage for now. He's gonna
Nope, that's
not
the
focus
horse
on
just
the horses. He's got other things to do. Is Bilgerat able to do, like, I don't know, a perception or investigation just on the cargo, see if he can figure anything out about it?
Yep, sure. Roll me a roll me just a general perception check.
Nat 20.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. You see everything. So a lot of it is in boxes and a lot of them are labeled fragile. Some of them actually have danger written on the sides, and those are not just your typical wooden crates. Those are actually metal, of some kind. But then you also just see, like, in some bundles and such, like, loose metal parts. Like, and with that nat 20 perception, you can tell, especially, these are really high quality parts. Like, the metal that they are made of is extremely expensive. And they are being loaded into the cart that specifically has a top on it. There's one that is open and then there's one that is covered. And the ones that are very expensive are being loaded into the covered cart.
Okay, he is supremely interested in all that. But
all right.
Oh my
he also
gosh.
has, you know, a boss to say hello to, so he is going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Just sort of come up behind Craven and clear his throat.
All right. And Craven has what's wrong? Oh, hello there. And he gives you a once over the exact same way that he did Lilie. And he seems to think for a moment, pulls out a sheet of paper with one of his hooves. Don't ask how he can do that. It's fine. And then he says, "You must be Bilgerat. Is that right?"
Yep, that's correct. Hey there.
X.
Oh, hello. Oh my gosh, you're small as well.
Yeah, you're big.
Oh, I'm still quite small compared to my dad and mom. But hi. Oh,
Bilgerat
so
cannot
small.
fathom.
Excellent. All right. And finally, real quick, before we get too far along, we are then going to jump to Gray.
So Gray is like he is starry-eyed at everything. He is bouncing around from place to place. Everything to him is just amazing. And he hears Craven shouting, and he immediately just runs over and like, hello there, you must be Mr. Craven.
And again, Craven turns from Bilgerat and Lilie to Gray and goes, yes, you must be one of my last ones. Yes, hello there. Nice to meet you. Name's Craven, as you said. You must be, and he checks the paper again. You must be Gray, then. Is that right?
Yes, sir. It's nice to meet you. And he offers to shake Craven's hoof. He sticks his hand out anyway.
Craven kind of looks at it and then just offers his hoof and gives it like, you don't know how a hoof can have a firm shake, but he has a very firm shake. And he says, well, we're still loading up. We're waiting on 2 more folk to get here. But if you want to help these nincompoops, and he gestures to the tunes, not Lilie and Bilgerat, but the ones who have been helping him. He gestures to them. If you want to help them get the last of this cargo loaded, that'd be mighty fine. might help, but you see, I'm all hooves. And he just kind of shrugs a bit. And the 2 draft horses make a noticeable roll of their eyes from off to the side. And
Lilie, upon seeing Gray, she just like quickly goes like, "Oh hi, hello,
Hello.
another small one. Oh my gosh."
How tall is Lilie? Just curious.
Well,
I think I missed that.
last time I checked, when she is like upright, somewhere around 9 feet.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. Just curious. But so yeah. Gray is looking up and he's like, "Oh, hello. What's your name?"
Oh, I'm Lilie. Hi. Also, wait, Mouse. What was your name?
He does a little wave to Gray and up at Lilie's, just like, not a mouse, definitely a rat, specifically Bilgerat.
Really? Huh.
Nice to meet you, Bilgerat. And again, he offers a hand to Bilgerat and then Lilie, just right after each other.
For Lilie, she really has to go down because her arms
Gray-
are
Gray
so
picks her up on his
small.
tiptoes to try and meet Lilie.
Nice to meet you.
Bilgerat, like, looks at his hand and he, like, wipes it on his pants a few times before reaching out to do that handshake.
Gray does not seem to mind at all. Despite the clothes he appears to be dressed in, he does not mind them getting dirty.
oh, fantastic. Okay. Craven, once all of the introductions have gone around, he hops down from his point on the open cart and turns to the 3 of you and just says, "Well, we're still waiting on 2 more, but y'all are going to get a couple of horses to ride through the mountains because it is quite the trip. And well, I don't doubt y'all might be used to the long trek." And he kind of gives a bit of a look to Gray, like he's not sure Gray could make this trip on foot, but he's not gonna say that. He's just.
Not sure if Gray notices. He's still listening just intently and just kind of staring with a big old smile on his face.
All right, but he says, "But since y'all are going to be my security on this little trip we're having, I need y'all to be as fit as fiddles as you can be. So we're going to get y'all set up with some horses, and then we should be ready to go once B and Amir over here are all saddled up, and then we get our last 2 wherever they are." And he he kind of gives a nod to the 2 sketchy looking horses, and says, "Can you you 2 watch these carts while I go get these guys outfitted? Can you handle that?" And one of them just goes, "Yup." And oh, and if my other 2 show up, just kind of have them stand around as a guard for me. And the other one goes, "Yup." And he then starts to usher the 3 of you off towards what is clearly an open barn kind of stable area. And there are 5 horses actually saddled up and ready, and he kind of gestures to all of them and just says, "Well, I've got a couple for you. You can pick whatever one speaks to you." So to speak. And these are all like tune horses, but they are not like they're tune animals. So who wants to have a roll, have I have to check my notes here. Nature, it would be nature, yes. So if anybody wants to roll nature on these horses, you are free to go ahead and do that.
Oh,
I'll try.
I'm gonna try.
You said nature,
yes,
correct?
yes. Wow. All right.
And oop.
Oh, wow. Okay. And a 12. Okay. So a 16, a 15, and a 12. So we'll start from the bottom. So Bilgerat, these are your run-of-the-mill horses. It's a horse. It's not huge. It's normal. It's a normal size like you would expect a horse to be. It looks equally as unimpressed with everything going on. It's just ready to do whatever it needs. They're just ready to do whatever they need to do. With a 15, all one horse, one horse in particular, it's a little smaller than the rest, but it looks no less determined, and it looks kind of eager, like it's ready to do a good job and ready to prove itself. And this particular horse sees you, Lilie, and stands up a little straighter. Like it is determined to do a good job, and it wants to be picked to help do a good job, and it doesn't care who its rider's going to be. And equally with a 16, Gray, you can see this one particular horse is looking very, very determined, and a couple of them just look pretty like, it's a living. And then one kind of off to the side just does not look pleased at all. In fact, it looks rather angry to be here. It doesn't want to be here. It has that, oh, I'm going to make my rider hell look about it.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
So
I'm
you've
trying to
got,
figure-
oh, go ahead.
I know he's going to just rush forward and just kind of he almost runs around the barn like looking at all the horses. But I'm trying to figure out whether he stops at the eager one because he sees it's looking at Lilie, or whether he stops at the angry one and goes, yeah, I'll do that. I'll say he stops at the one that looks angry and he just kind of looks up at it. It's like, are you all right?
And the horse kind of looks down at him and just makes a in his
No
face.
need to be rude.
It makes an angry little whinny and stomps its hoof, and then pointedly looks away from him. Just
Ryan, you're such a meanie.
And Craven kind of laughs and says, "Oh, that one's an ornery one. If you want that one, I won't stop you. But he's looking mighty. Well, he's looking mighty feisty today."
He just squints at the horse.
The horse squints back.
I'll take him.
You can see its ears fold back, but it has that, oh, so that's how it's gonna be, look. And Craven just goes, alrighty. Lilie or Bilgerat, what do you do?
Oh, Lilie, upon see this very small horse, she's gonna go like, oh, I want to pet, hi, hi. She even sits down to be more on the same level and to be able to reach to pet the horse.
The horse, like it's got a long like flowing tail, it's still trying to wag the tail. Like, it's all happy. It's just so happy to get attention. It makes a very happy whinny. It starts like doing that little like trot in place thing, and it looks up at you, Lilie, and it's still got that determined, like, yeah, pick me, I can do this. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. Lilie is gonna pet the little horsey.
Even if she doesn't end up riding this horse, she's still going to pick this horse. She's still. I love it.
Oh my god, you're so precious. Look at you.
The horse is just like preening from the attention. It's so happy.
Well, this is good for Bilgerat because he's perfectly fine not to take a horse that requires like energy. A regular sized horse, it turns out, is still bigger than he thought a horse should be.
Very fair.
So the other three, by his estimation, are all like pretty He, I think, is just gonna pick one of those at random, sidle up and like offer a hand to sniff and just be like, we're gonna be cool, right?
And the horse kind of sniffs his hand, gives it a little bit of a nibble with its upper lip to see if he's got food. Finds he doesn't have food. Gives like a, but doesn't like make any kind of angry motions. It just, no food. All right.
Good. I think we're gonna be good business partners, and Bilgerat's gonna roll hammer space.
All right. That's a 10. What you get?
Pulls out an apple. Horses like apples, right?
Oh, horses do in fact like apples, and being that this is a toon horse, it especially likes apples. So it perks up actually at the sight of an apple, takes it, crunches, and then gently noses at Bilgerat, like, yeah, all right, we're cool.
Okay, he's kind of grinning now. He likes this. This is going to be chill. It's going to be chill.
It's gonna be chill, at least on the horse. And Craven claps his hooves together, and all right, y'all ready then?
Can I take this? Can I take this with me?
Well,
This little one is here.
Well, yeah, that's kind of why I brought you over here. Of course you can. Craven seems to not care at all that this horse like is so small for Lilie. He does not care. He's like he
We are gonna have a trip, little guy.
and
Are you excited?
the horse like neighs very excitedly. Just yes, I am excited. I get to do a job. I'm excited. And he said, all right then, let's get them all saddled up. We'll get back to the carts. Hopefully my other two have shown up. And Gray, it's worth noting, while your horse is being saddled, it is very, very much shifting in place, kind of in the way like almost in the way a rodeo horse might when it wants to get out of its pen, but it's barely tolerating all of this, but it is still it is currently tolerating everything.
Gray's just kind of like standing off to the side as this is happening, and he like tries to, because he has to stand out of the way for it to be saddled properly, but he's just standing there looking up at the horse. I want you to listen to me. We are going to be friends, and you can't escape that.
Or snorts at him angrily, but like, yeah, right, whatever. Snort
all you want, it's going to happen.
All right. As all of this is occurring, I want everybody to roll me perception.
Perception. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. That actually, all of you actually do, in fact, make this check. So heading back to the heading back to the carts, you actually see three more things standing around the carts. And it's kind of interesting because while there is a mix of both toon and real kind around this train station, these two look a little out of these three, I should say. They look a little out of place in that they clearly have the I am not used to being here look about them. One is a real kind human. He is, here's just a quick sketch of them, but he is very tall. He has a noticeable scar on his face, and he's like visibly wearing some kind of armor, and he just has this like very deep set no nonsense scowl on his features. Like that's probably his default face, is just this scowl. And next to him is an elf who has a very large wolf with her, and she's completely covered almost head to toe, but she's looking around kind of confused and clearly like I think this is where we're supposed to be, but I don't know. And B and Amir, the two draft horses, have clearly told them like, yes, this is where you are supposed to be. And they clearly realize these two people are supposed to be here because they haven't raised a fuss. But you three see them kind of milling about these carts and looking around curiously, and what do you do?
Hello. That's how he is. He rushes over and immediately just goes hi, and he's probably trying to pet the dog already.
the wolf kind of like makes a brief like growling noise before the elf lady shushes it, and she turns to Gray, and you can't see her smile, but you can like see the corners of her eyes crinkle, and she says, "Oh, hi, hello. Are you are you the one running this caravan? Are you Craven?"
Oh, no.
Lilie comes over, stamping.
Whatever you were about to say, Gray, is completely lost when they both look at this giant T-Rex, and the elf woman looks completely shocked, and the human is not sure whether he should draw his sword or what, and the dog just kind of stares up, and its tail is slowly wagging in that unsure way, because high-pitched voice means good and friend, but you are very large.
Well, the pupper will soon see, like, as soon like Lilie gets close enough, she just gets down on the ground, just lays down like, and then he's like, "Hello, hi, you're so fluffy."
Okay, the dog is now still nervous, but not so nervous, and is now like furiously sniffing Lilie. But the woman looks at Lilie, looks at her dog, looks back to Gray, and goes, I'm so sorry about that. What did you say?"
Oh, I'm not Craven. I'm just here to work for him.
Oh, well then.
We all are.
Oh, and she looks kind of over at the rest of you, and then Craven finally pipes up and says, "Ah, there you are. I was wondering if y'all were going to show up or not." And she claps her hands together and says, "Oh, no, sorry. It just took me a little bit longer to get ready than normal for today. But we're here now. I'm Riona. This is my dog companion, Wolf, Angel, and the dour gentleman over here is Silas. Please don't let his expression put you off. He just is like that.
Angel? He is fluffy like an angel.
And
Oh, that is for Silas. And again, he offers to shake Silas's hand.
Silas looks down at the hand, looks at Gray, looks down at the hand.
Why is everyone so against shaking my hand? Come on.
Everyone has shaken your hand.
Yeah, but there's always a pause.
Silas very grudgingly offers his hand, and almost
Nice.
like he's trying to crush your hand as he shakes it in that like macho man, this is a challenge kind of way. Which
I have to roll strength?
actually Silas is gonna roll strength.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, he's a jerk. Okay, he does not, in fact. So
I was gonna say if it had to be a contest, I was afraid.
no, it is okay. He does not, in fact, crush your hand, but you do, in fact, feel him squeeze your hand like he's wants to. And Riona gives him a light slap afterwards, and he just kind of gives her a what look.
Ray also tries to shake Rihanna's hand after that.
She very enthusiastically takes his hand and gives it a shake.
Oh, are we doing handshakes? Me too. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Lilie.
Hello, Lilie. Like I said, I'm Riona. This is Silas. He does not talk a lot. Just don't mind him. And she again takes Lily's hand. She takes Lily's hand, enthusiastically shakes it, and then she turns to Bilgerat and again offers a hand to shake.
Yeah, Bilgerat has been like notably kind of silent during all this. I will note when things were looking a little tense, he'd kind of had a hand have to reach into hammer space for something.
Oh.
He's also not especially pleased with, Silas's attempt at crushing this kid's hand. He's kind of looks at the hand offered, and again, he just kind of like takes the hand, wipes it on his pants, which it does not necessarily make it any cleaner at all. Actually, he goes for like an oil stain patch. And he shakes it. Like,
Riona does not care.
Yeah,
Riona does not care. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, sup, name's Bilgerat. Nice wolf.
Well, she takes his hand. She doesn't care. She doesn't even seem to notice. She's just, oh yes, thank you. He's a good boy, I promise. He's very well trained. And she like once handshakes have all gone, Craven very noticeably clears his throat and says, all right. Have we got all the pleasantries out of the way? I think we're all loaded. So are we ready to get on going?
I'm ready.
Sir, yes, sir.
I'm ready.
And
Ready to
he
go.
goes, okay, so here's how this is gonna work. And as he talks, he's hopped up on the carts and has started securing things with like a very practiced ease. He has not asked any of you to help during this bit. He's just talking and working at this point. But he says, all right, so here's how this is going to go. We are going to be having to head through the mountains. We are going to the Picksar Protectorate to deliver this here cargo. And I am not going to lie, some of this cargo cannot be shaken around a lot. So we are going to have, there are going to be points on this trip where we might need to be clearing some debris out of the road so that this cargo is not jostled. I also do not expect to have a lot of problems on this trip, but you all were hired as extra security for just that occasion. So I want all of you to have your ears and your eyes ready for any signs of trouble. And I mean any signs of trouble. Do you all understand what a trip through the mountains might entail?
No.
I've never seen a mountain.
Never been to mountains. It's mostly been a forest or plains. Mountains is a new thing.
I have a pretty good idea.
Craven nods to Gray, says, all right, well, for the rest of you, we need to be prepared for potential rock slides. You need to keep an eye on your terrain so that no stones fall loose. Your horses should be good at figuring that out for you, but just in case, you need to be prepared for that. And also, this trip will take 3 days, so you better be prepared to camp a little bit.
You got
Are
it.
you
Easy
all...
peasy.
Oop.
Oh, camping is easy.
And he kind of gives a nod. And then, as an afterthought, he mentions, by the way, the wildlife might not take too kindly to us in some of these parts, so you might need to be prepared to scare something away from the rest of this caravan. My 2 horses would be able to take care of themselves, but I'm going to need you all to make sure that no kind of goat or no eagles or anything try to make off with any of this here cargo. Is that understood?
Yes,
Oh.
sir.
Clear as mud.
Oh, I can roar if I have to. Mom told me I have a pretty good roar.
And Craven makes a please nod, and he goes, that would probably help a lot, but also you need to be careful. Just make sure we are not in a place of potential landslides when you do that. We don't need to be bringing half the mountain down around us. So I guess just give me a heads up if you're gonna roar, Lilie. Can you do that for me?
I can. I promise.
Okay, thank you, sweetheart. And he has by now, in the span of this entire little speech he has given, he has hooked both of these draft horses up to their respective carts, and he has, almost as an afterthought, gone, oh, and by the way, this here is B, and he motions to the front draft horse, who gives another nod, and the one behind is Amir, and the other one nods, and they look completely identical. You cannot tell them apart, but that's not the point. If you have any other questions and I am unavailable for any reason, you can ask them. They are horses of few words, but they are able to offer help. This is not their first rodeo. I think that have I got everything covered, B? And B makes some very, very, very exaggerated a thinking face, and then goes, yup. And Craven claps his hooves together again and goes, all right. So, you there, little missy, Riona. Yes, sir. You, I remember speaking with you. You will be up here with me, but your companion will be on the other cart with Amir. And she goes, yes, that will be fine, sir. Thank you. And then he goes, all right, well, saddle up. We got to get going then. And
Giddy up.
so, giddy up, everybody. You all
Let's go.
hop. you all hop on your horses. Lilie, do you attempt to ride your horse, or are you just happy to have a horse with you?
She's just happy to have this little horse with her.
Excellent. The little horse is just happy to be here. And, so you all, this caravan starts to set off, and you could see the mountains in the distance. And your pace is, it's a pretty brisk pace, where B and Amir are just kind of casually strolling for a horse. The horses you all have actually need to sometimes trot to keep up with them. But you all kind of start on your way. And Gray, you want to make me an animal handling check?
I was
Oh
expecting
boy.
this. Where is that?
Wow, that is a 19. Okay, so you
He
hop
doesn't
on the.
look like he's good at this,
He
but he's very
he
good
is
at
shockingly good at this, and so you hop on the back of this feisty horse. Have you given this horse? You gonna call this horse anything, or?
Actually, I think what he's going to do is he's a Frankenolly, so he's gonna speak with animals and ask the horse for its name.
Okay, so the horse, a little surprised.
You have a name?
The horse is a little surprised at that, and then after a moment, it responds with it. Oh God, I forgot. Hang on. Hang on, I've got this. Hang on.
It's
Hang
fine.
on. It's Trent.
Trent?
Yes.
Alrighty
Trent.
then.
Trent seems very surprised at this. And he clearly had been about to buck you off, and then you asked, and that seems to have placated Trent for right now.
For now.
For now, Trent is not immediately going to go rodeo and try to throw you off, but he also does not immediately start moving with the rest of the horses. He's just kind of standing there.
Come on now.
And he just, fine, and does he kind of rustles and jostles you a bit, like, just as a general, like, I'm doing this of my own volition, and then starts to mosey after the rest of the group. And you have solved the angry horse puzzle. Congratulations.
I have the feeling I'm going to have to keep solving that puzzle as this game goes on.
You might need to keep solving this puzzle, and that's just how this is gonna go. But you all have started the first leg of this journey, and I need to do a quick couple of rolls.
Oh boy.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay, excellent. So, as you guys are making your way to the mountains, it's pretty open road. There's nothing like obvious. It's very vast open plains. It's a pretty chill ride. Nothing is immediately like going to bother you, and for honestly a fair bit, nothing goes wrong. It actually is going exactly perfectly as Craven had estimated. Everything is chill. If you all want to have any kind of chats with each other or with Craven or the horses, you are more than welcome to.
Psst. Kid, Gray. Name's Gray, right?
Yeah? Yes.
Yeah, you're Frankenelli, right? You got your horse. Can you get my horse's name? I meant to ask Craven, and then, more people turned up.
Oh, sure. And then he does, in fact. So what's your name then?
And this just kind of nonchalant horse looks over and, it's Sable.
Sable, it says.
Oh. That's a good name. Bilgerat
And
kind of pets the mane.
Sable's ears kind of flick, and it just kind of makes like a just soft little and Gray, you hear it comment, I like this one. He gives me food.
Gray just kind of giggles.
Wait, what? What'd he say? You're laughing. What'd he say?
Nothing bad.
Trent makes an annoyed sound. I wish. Well, at least one of them has given us food. He's talking to Sable.
Stop being rude.
Trent just says, "Why don't you make me?"
I mean, I was gonna say that. He can. He's not going to yet, though.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
He's also going to turn to, while this is happening, he's going to turn to Lilie's horse as well and ask its name.
And that eager little horse just goes, "Oh, my name's Candy. Hi.
He turns to, so he goes to Lilie. Your horse says their name is Candy.
How did you know? Are you a horse whisperer?
I can talk with the animals. Only sometimes. Sometimes it takes a bit. I'm very good with animals.
So a general whisperer. Ah. Hi, Kenny.
And Candy is just, "Hello, hi. I'm so excited. This is my first ever job. Oh my gosh, I have been waiting for this day for so long."
Gray relays this information. He's upon hearing how excited Candy is, he is also like excited as well. It rubs off.
God, everyone here has
Like-
so much energy.
Yep. Well, everything's so
Candy is-
exciting.
Yes, Candy is in fact like trotting in like not a straight line, but like an erratic little like zigzag line. Like she's full of energy. She's happy to be here. She's like, she's just so thrilled.
I love this little horse.
Also, I do want to say Gray is going to turn to Lilie and so where are you from?
Oh, well, I'm actually from two places. At first, I was with my mom, and then and now I'm with my dad, and we live in a city. But I didn't live in a city before. I'm still trying to get used to it.
I haven't been in a city very long either. You remind me a lot of like some of the folks I knew, well, back where I used to live.
Where you used to live?
Yeah.
Was it in the forest?
Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
Was it in the forest?
Yes.
We are so much alike.
Aww.
You really are.
I've never really-
Except you're so small.
I'm used to being small. It's fine.
Small is good. Small is fine.
Small
Visited
is fine.
cities, but I've never been to a forest.
I used to live way in the forest.
Let's see.
Oh,
here.
it is certainly different than living in a city. Like, wow, there is so much in the city where I live. Like, oh my goodness.
I've been to so many different cities, and there's so much to do. There's so many new things to try.
I mean, I know, right? Like, I feel like every day I'm learning something new or seeing something new. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fun.
And like, I'm usually only in cities for a week at most, maybe, so I have to fit it all in there. Less than. Sometimes I have to stay with the ship.
Ship?
Yeah. I mentioned I've never really seen a mountain. He's kind of looking up at the rising hills, and he's similar with the horses. He's like having trouble believing how big it is in actuality.
Bilgerat over here having his worldview shaken.
Yeah, he's doing something very new today. It's like, yeah, I've mostly worked ships, so I go
What's
lots
it like
of
on
places,
ship?
but I'm never there for long. What was that?
What's it like working on ships like that out in the ocean? right?
It's, I don't know, it's mostly all I've ever known. It's weird being on land because things don't move. If things move, I think that's a problem.
Sometimes things move.
Are you sure you're not a mouse?
I am extremely sure I'm not a mouse. And he sort of mock puffs himself like, how dare you?
Oh,
I am a rat.
oh,
Oh my
oh!
gosh.
I think you are very small for a rat. Then I've seen like rats bigger than you.
Oh, I'm sure you have. I'm not saying I'm not small. I'm just saying I'm not a mouse.
From his seat in the cart, you hear Silas, the real kind human, snickering at that. Just like Lilie called you small, and then he started snickering.
Okay.
What's so funny, Mr. Silas?
And he very quickly then like straightens his face out. Actually, wait, hang on. I need to. Just wait. Nope, hang on. Nope, okay.
Oh my
You
god!
see him try to hide the slight smirk, and he does not, but he gives you a look, Gray, and just shakes his head like, it's nothing.
Did I do something?
No.
No, like
No.
he whispers that
Oh.
to like Lilie and Bilgerat.
Oh.
And Bilgerat just, it's probably a far reach because horses, he has to stretch his arm out a little like rubber to pat Grey Shorn's like, you did not. It is a fact that I am small, and being small is real useful. Real kind can be real condescending, kid. It's fine.
Silas actually, he doesn't say anything at that. Like he
Bilgerat's
doesn't.
not saying this secretly.
No, he doesn't look offended. He just kind of like shrugs a shoulder, like, and remains in his.
Tell you. Condescending.
At that, Gray just kind of he puffs out his lip like in thought, like he's thoroughly pondering this information that Bilgerat just given him.
And from the front seat, because I've been rolling perceptions this whole time.
You sure have.
I have been. You hear Riona call back. You hear Riona call back, Silas, play nice with everybody. And Silas scowls at her. And Craven responds with, I ain't paying you to pick fights with each other now. And she goes, yeah, what he said.
Fights? Who's picking fights? We're all chums back here. Best of pals. All of us together.
Are we fighting?
Best
fighting?
Silas makes a very, very put upon like look and says, no fighting. We're okay.
We're fantastic.
I think it might have gotten lost. Bilgerat said best of pals, correct? Because at that, Gray immediately perks up. Best of pals? Best friends?
Uh-oh.
Do you mean that?
Bilgerat's face drops and he just goes, uh-oh.
Silas is once again quietly snickering.
I have made a mistake.
I got so many best friends already.
Oh my god. And as you guys continue on, you are approaching the mountains, and okay, as you get there, roll me. It would be, Yeah, it would be perception. Roll me some perceptions once more, please.
Gotcha.
Nice. I actually need to roll for... This is going to be fun. What the hell is the horse's... Yep, all right. What the hell is the horse's perception? Not good. Okay.
Lilie, like, too focused on pondering, like, are we fighting? Are we fighting or are we not?
Okay,
He's
so
just excited that he has friends.
that is absolutely valid. So, Bilgerat, you are unfortunately the yep. You are unfortunately the only one that's any way like paying attention to the road ahead. Even the draft horses are kind of just ambling along in like, on autopilot. And so you're the only one that sees you're the only one really that sees this rather large thing just kind of lying in the road, motionless.
Ooh.
Do you mention anything to alert the horses? Because it just looks like a big lump,
Okay.
like
yeah.
a long, like a log.
Bilgerat inexpertly yanks on his own horse's reins, on Sable's reins. He's seen like 2 movies in his life. This is what you do with horses, right? And and he yells, "Avast!" No one may know what that means, but that's his first instinct.
Oh my god.
Yeah, unfortunately, Craven doesn't know. He looks back and like, what's that? And like both B and Amir don't really like. They're still just ambling along. And that puts them in range for the wheel of. Well, no, that puts them in range of this thing, and it. Do you say anything else before they get like on top of it, basically?
That didn't work, so now he's just going, stop, there's something on the road.
Okay, there we go. I figured I should give you a chance before I have consequences. So that at least alerts, and both Bay and Amir slow, like they kind of stop, which they still kind of skid a bit, like, which gives you an idea of how heavy these carts are. They don't immediately stop. They have to like slow and then stop. It's like a train. And the thing in the road is not in fact a log. It is in fact a very massive rattlesnake that was just kind of sleeping in the road. And upon seeing these massive horses, it rears up and hisses angrily, which oh crap, which startles B, who immediately just goes and then like does a dance, and then you like the snake then jolts off, but you hear something wood snap from the cart.
That's not good.
And Craven immediately starts swearing up a storm in Grolix because the yolk on B got snapped. Oregon Trail alert. Your yolk has snapped. What do you do?
Gotta replace it.
You gotta replace it with supplies. Craven hops off, just, dag nabbit, and starts inspecting the damage of this. Do any of you want to hop off and have a look as well?
Yeah, Bilgerat's beetling right over.
All right. Roll a knowledge.
Gray also stuff, but I'm assuming Bilgerat is fuming.
Yeah. Make his way right over. What do I roll?
Roll just an intelligence check.
Oh, good. He's great at those. Dirty 20.
You are great at those. A dirty 20. You are in fact great at those, Bilgerat. Gray, are you also gonna roll?
You just regular intelligence.
Yep. Gray, you are also great at that with a 19. Wow. Okay. So both of you can tell that the I don't know the terminology. You're gonna have to deal with my bullshitting. But basically, the connector that attached Yulk to harness to cart has pretty bad. Like, it's broken. It's snapped. There's like these massive draft horses are kind of too strong for their own good sometimes, and yeah, B accidentally just like snapped this whole thing. But with those rolls, you do in fact know how you at least know how to what can be done to fix it. And if you have I need to look. What kind of tools would it be? What tools do we even have? Where are my tools? Heck. I have to impromptu Google real quick. I'm sorry. Hey, there we go. I'm gonna say... Oh, wow, there's a lot, actually. If anybody has anything from carpenter's tools, even some leatherworking tools would work. Smith's tools would also work, if any of you have those. And I'm going to have Craven also roll a... What is his... Come here, Craven. His int is not great. Yep, Craven does not know how to fix that, but
Right.
Craven sadly does not know how to fix that. So he's just like frustrated, but he sees the two of you looking and he goes, y'all got any ideas here?
Got some. What have I got on me? And Bilgerat just starts thinking. He's looking at this. I've got rope, got hammer. What else? Crowbar. Thieves' tools ain't so good. I got a rope and enough to cut it with, and a hammer.
I think I have an idea, but I don't really have anything else. Anything I could use to fix it.
Okay, what's the idea?
Do you have any sorts of tools, Mr. Craven, that we could use?
Craven kind of thinks a moment and starts digging around in his hammer space. And you see things like rope, hardtack, beans, a grandfather clock. He starts just kind of pulling random things out. And then eventually he just goes, here we go. And he pulls out a set of which one did I just say? Leatherworking tools.
That should work.
Nice.
Don't you think, Bilgerat?
Oh yeah.
Is it Bilgerat or Mr. Bilgerat?
I mean, kind of like the sound of Mr. Bilgerat, but you don't need to be formal, kid.
No, that's fine. Anyway, I think those tools should work.
Well, if y'all can get it fixed, I'd be mighty thankful. I might even throw a little bit of extra gold your way.
Well, let's get cracking then. Bilgerat's gonna motion over Lilie if she's paying attention.
She is still in middle of pondering. Like you can see like as the cart has come to a stop, she has like sat down, crossed her arms, and looking very deep in the thought.
She's valid. I love her.
Incredible. Riona actually, from her spot, actually calls Silas over and says, "Is there anything that we can do to help?"
Yeah, actually, I just need someone, taller, possibly stronger, to hold this together while I guess Gray and I reinforce it back together.
And she perks up and goes, "Oh yeah, Silas can do that. Go help him." And she kind of shoves him forward, and Silas just, "Okay." So let me.
Thank you for helping, Mr. Silas.
He just kind of like, But let me roll a strength for him. That is a 14. I'm going to say that he's clearly struggling. But he's holding it together. Just barely. So if you want to roll a D20 and
Flat D20, both of us.
I'm double checking the where'd it go? I'm just seeing if there's anything specific I need to have for it. Nope, yep, just a straight D20. 13 and a 9. Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
So you're getting there, and then Silas's strength gives out, and he cannot hold it together. Lilie, would you like to come try?
Lilie finally perks up like, oh, what's happening? Oh,
So,
what is the matter?
And Silas gestures to the two parts he was trying to hold together and just says, "Help me with this."
Oh, sure.
And
let me just squeeze here for a moment.
roll strength, but with advantage, Lilie, because you're having help. Because we got two people on this.
Strength with advantage. Okay. Hold on. Whoa.
14.
Jeez.
Okay. All right. So with all of that combined, I'm still going to use your 13 and your 9, but with the two combined 14s and then everything else, I'm going to say that you managed to get it together. So you managed to cobble together a fix. And it's not the most sturdy, but it will at least get you through the mountains, barring any other horrible trouble.
And that's sometimes all you can ask of for a fix.
Yes, exactly. And so, like, Craven inspects it, gives it a gentle tug just to make sure, and he seems pretty pleased with that. And he just claps his hooves again and goes, "Well, I think I made the right choice hiring all of y'all. I mighty appreciate that." And then he gives B a little slap and says, "Pay more attention to the road next time." Which B just goes, "Yup."
Now, as this is done, like Lilie is gonna go like, okay, let me just squeeze out now.
Yes. I love you so much, Lilie. Craven again just goes, "All right, let's get back on it. We don't want to lose any more daylight. I'd like to at least get into the mountains before dark." Which it's probably about like 4:30 or 5. The sun is starting to kind of get low, but you are getting pretty close into the mountains now. And if y'all want to chat while okay, cool. I have an encounter thing, okay? This is what happens.
Oh boy.
So far, so
Actually,
good.
it's pretty chill right now. In the distance, you see a herd of goats like making their way also towards the mountain, but they're way off in the distance. So you see a herd of goats off in the distance moving their way up to the mountains, but it's pretty uneventful as you kind of continue on your way.
Gray is making a mental note
of the goats.
Yep.
All right. And actually that will cap off the first day. So once the sun kind of sets, Craven has B and Amir. You can't really circle a 2-horse caravan, but it's the thought that counts. So they basically just kind of park both carts on either side, and he starts like, roll me some survivals, folks.
Oh boy.
Survive.
Yes, survival.
Okay.
We're roughing it.
Yep.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh. Wow. Okay.
Like I said, he doesn't look it. He's very good.
He's very good. All right. And last but not least, why do I have to roll so much? Why did I do this to myself? Okay. So Craven is able to get a fire going, and he seems pretty content with that. But Gray, you are able to not only get enough wood to keep a good fire going all night, you're also able to start like you find food.
Think
You're
about
able
that. Ranger, when you forage, you find twice as much food as you normally would.
Yep.
So
And
even that on top of the 24.
So you not only find, a cup, like, not only would you have just found a couple berries, you find mushrooms, you find a couple of bits, like there's an old tree off that like has some good like fruit still on it. You find edible like grasses and weeds, basically. Like you found enough stuff to make a stew. And
he's very proud of all the things he's gathered.
Honestly, so is Craven. Craven looks so impressed with this. And so honestly, Riona and Silas also look equally impressed. Just wow.
This kid in a suit just brought back a whole meal.
for everybody. Like, you found enough food to feed literally everyone here, including the horses. And actually seeing your haul, one of the draft horses, Amir, just goes, nice.
He is so proud. He is beaming. He's got sparkles in his eyes. Look at everything I got.
That is like, oh my gosh.
I just imagine like Lilie just like, oh, she is going to go out gather some stuff, but then she sees Candy and she gets distracted.
Candy is just happy.
Yeah, she's just petting Candy like, oh, you're so cute.
I love it. So here's now a second question. Does Gray know how to cook this food?
Possibly.
Possibly? All right. Well, I was going to say, does he have skills with cooking? How about that? That's a better question.
Not on his own, I wouldn't think. So.
Okay. Go ahead.
He has vague knowledge. It's not something he probably has marginal knowledge on it, but not enough to where it'd be like a meal.
Okay. Well,
just because he's not that old.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Well, Craven at least is impressed, and he is the one who has the brilliant idea for, let's make some stew. And he pulls that former like can of beans out and starts getting that going too, because it's Craven. He's got his beans, bacon, whiskey, and lard. That's all he needs. But he starts getting a pot, like a big old pot of stew going for everybody. As he kind of as everyone kind of starts hunkering down for the evening. And he does mention, now I do want some lookouts for the night. So if y'all want to take shifts, that'll be fine. So you ain't tired in the morning. We ain't got to worry about that just yet, but I would mighty appreciate some lookouts over the evening just to be safe.
Yeah, of course, can do.
And he nods and
I can take the
Yeah,
middle of the night
I'm down
shift.
to it.
all right, if you want to do that, that would be great. And
Which one do you want, Lilie?
I don't know.
are you a night owl or an early riser, Lilie?
I can be both.
All right then, sweetheart. How about you take the early morning shift, so you can get up early and you get a full night's sleep otherwise.
Yes.
All right, thank
Morning, please.
I'll
All
get
right.
first shift then.
We're gonna let
All
this
right,
child
then.
stay up past his bedtime. Bilgerat's joking a little.
I'm not a child.
He was-
I'm small for my kind, but but that's because I'm not full sized yet.
oh,
All right, kid. All right, I hear
Well,
you. You know,
Craven gently pats Lily's leg. He likes you, Lily. He just says, "It's all right, sweetheart. I think he was making a joke."
Oh,
yeah. Sorry, I make jokes. I do that. I don't want to assume everything I say is a joke, but
She gives a very thoughtful look.
Aw.
look, don't think about it too hard. You can ask. You
That
can
only
ask.
makes that only seems to make her think even harder.
Oh. Oh. All right. As dinner is served and all of the horses are kind of, secured for the evening, Bee and Amir have given them the three you guys have sort of the pep talk of stay close. There's probably wolves that aren't friendly around here.
Wolves that aren't
So the horses
angels.
aren't going to wander. Yeah, wolves that aren't Angel, who is just kind of like chilling. Angel's been like completely sweet and nonchalant, hasn't left Riona's side this whole time, has actually just been like sitting next to her, but like has just been chill this whole trip. And everyone kind of starts hunkering down. Like Craven pulls out a bunch of like sleeping bags from his hammer space, and
Oh, yeah.
Silas and Riona have packs that they've loaded up because they don't have that luxury, so they have to carry all of theirs. But the evening starts to kind of wind down, and Gray is on first watch. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So Gray, some folks I assume are not yet asleep, but roll me a perception check.
Everyone?
Gray, unless your character is still awake. Gray specifically, but if you think your character would be awake right now, then also you can roll.
No, she's probably asleep. Also, I need to leave for a quick moment.
Okay.
All right.
Bilgerat's asleep. He volunteered to take the middle shift because he knows that's the toughest one and he's used to it.
This is true, yes. That is absolutely valid. So Gray with a 15, wow. You hear in the evening, like in the night, you hear just kind of your typical sleep sounds of the pseudo mountains at night. You hear a couple of wolves off in the distance. You hear some coyotes. You hear goats screaming, because goats scream. That's what they do.
Yep.
You hear, for the first half of your shift, you actually hear Silas and Riona talking, but they're not speaking common. What languages do you know, Gray?
What did I mark down? I think I marked. I think I had like one regular exotic.
Mm-hmm.
Gnomish and Abyssal are the ones I marked down.
Okay, so you don't know what they're saying, but you definitely know that they
and
are.
Draconic. I forgot about that. You get Draconic too.
Okay. You still don't quite know what they're saying, but you know enough. Roll me insight, actually. Roll me an insight there. Yeah. Nat 20. Nat freaking 20. Holy crap.
I am back.
Okay.
What
I was
is
just gonna be
happening?
like, well, hey, man, he's got a lot of +3s on his sheet. No, it's just a nat 20. It doesn't matter.
No, it's a nat 20. So Gray is taking first shift. He's just heard normal sounds, but he also heard Silas and Riona talking, and they're not speaking common. So with that insight, you can tell they're speaking Elven to each other, and Silas is very talkative right now when he's speaking Elven. And with that nat 20 insight, you can definitely tell the tone of voices that they have are Silas is clearly scolding Riona for something. Like, they're talking in hushed sounds, but you can hear them because you're the only one awake and the only sounds are fire and otherwise. So he's scolding Riona for something, and Riona is very like heatedly talking back. They're basically arguing with each other quietly in the middle of the night in their sleeping bags. But you don't know what they're saying. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just. He wants to go over and ask if everything's all right, but at the same time, he has a job to do. So he's gonna sit. He's gonna keep watch, but he is listening. Sure, the argument doesn't.
Okay, I think I actually then need to have. Okay, and. Oh, no, that's. Yep. Yep, okay. So eventually their arguing kind of stops, and they don't notice you listening in, but the arguing stops, and it seems to have ended amicably? Question mark? But they hunker down for the evening and fall asleep. And your shift actually goes uneventful otherwise. And it is now time for Bilgerat's shift.
I think Snail's about it.
Huh?
Snail came in the gallery to ask if we've taken a break.
Oh, we have not. We can
My
take.
food is here, so it might be a good time to have one.
Yeah, we can actually take a quick break and then move into Bilgerat's shift.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
My
5-minute
dad
break.
got back with food, so
Yep. Okay, 5-10 minute break, and we will reconvene.
Okay.
Thank you, Snail.
I still love candy.
I love this so much.
Candy and Lilie are such a good duo.
I love it so much. This excitable little horse is just so happy to go on an adventure. Oh my gosh. Oh
my
man.
God. And Lilie is just happy to have a little horse companion with her.
Lilie's just happy to be here.
Lilie is so valid and has won over Craven. Like, this old angry donkey has immediately loved this giant dinosaur.
It's like, oh, that's a sweetheart right there.
That's a big sweetheart.
I'm so muted because of eating, but I want to say I also love the giant dinosaur. So it was great.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw you were on the roster, and I was like, dinosaur time, big dinosaur time, because like you showed me Lilie way back when, and I was like, oh.
Yes.
Oh.
But anyway, congratulations.
Finally, I get to bring her.
Bilgerat likes both Gray and Lilie. They're good people.
Aw, yay.
Oh man! Finally, I can bring Lilie in.
Yes. She's
Gray is going to remember the fact that Bilgerat called them best friends. And going to stick with him, and he is going to hold it close to his heart.
Good.
He's so excited to have really good friends.
Craven was so questionable of this small child. He didn't realize, like, when he hired Gray, he wasn't certain. But, like, this kid's proved capable so far. So
That's exactly why I love the way I designed him, because he's actually an old OC, but I decided to keep the way he dresses normally, which is, in fancy suits.
Yeah.
So, like, he's still wearing a suit. Like, those are just the clothes he likes to wear.
Fancy child rolls up, does his ranger shit.
This fancy child rolled up. Especially with, like, the survival thing. So you have this child in a full-on multi-part suit with this much food that he just found in the middle of the...
And he found it quick is the best part.
Yep.
Even better is Riona is also a ranger, and she rolled terribly. Oh my god, I love it so much. Oh,
Everybody is just too distracted.
These are like Toon Mountain. She's a real kind. So
yeah.
Gray, who lives like this. I found food!
God. Oh, I love it. Oh, also, fun fact, every one of these horses is named after a horse my aunt owns.
Oh,
Very
nice.
Candy was her favorite horse, and also the nicest one. Trent was an asshole that bit me.
Oh my god.
Oh, let me go refill my water super duper quick because I have drank all of it. Hi, Inky. Hello, baby. Yes, hello.
I'll be fair. I cannot much remember the characters' names. Then again, that really goes well with Lilie too.
I've been
She's
writing
not the
them down because otherwise
smartest.
I'm just like, wait a minute.
See ya, Liz.
Bye, Liz. And Ollie lives.
What was the rat's name? Bill?
Bilgerat.
I'm gonna call him.
Oh,
Bill.
right. Okay, I am back. Ollie is here. Hello, Ollie. We have just completed night 1. They have fixed the wagon. The wagon yoke broke, and they have fixed it.
We're on the Oregon Trail. It's all good.
We are on the Oregon Trail.
Next time on the Oregon Trail, Bilgerat dies of dysentery.
I mean, I was gonna have someone get bit by a rattlesnake, but
No, Bilgerat saw that shit.
No. Lilie is so valid.
Like,
And it's
I like how Craven
it's
ended
okay,
up like
Jazz.
hiring. I have no idea how old Lilie is, but like all babies.
Yeah. But then again, Craven only cares if you guys can like keep the cargo safe. Like that's his big concern. He got you all horses so you don't have to like roll con saves for the march. So his only concern is protect my stuff. Hmm. Which tracks with, like if Bilgerat rolls any kind of knowledge with Craven, like that tracks with the stories he's heard about this donkey.
Job first.
Job first, get paid. If you can do the job cheaply, even better. Hello, Inky. How are you? Yes. Okay. Yep. All right. It's time to slap the cat. Yep. This is, she loves it. It's her favorite thing in the world.
Slap
Yeah.
the kitty.
She loves the butt slaps, yes. Yes, you do. Hello. Hi, baby. Oh.
Bongo drum.
Yes. Her favorite thing in the world is when my husband comes in here and just starts bongoing on her as fast as he can. I actually need to, while we do this break, I need to take some notes. So this has actually gone up because y'all fixed the wagon, so you get more gold. And
Oh snap! Bilgerat's gonna have some nonsense to buy at Glorf's now.
I'm still trying to keep it kind of low because, like, I don't want to break the economy, but yeah.
It's all good.
When I first made Gray Sheet, I did roll for starting gold, and then I got the announcement, so I altered the sheet. But I want to point out that because I wanted to frame it to where he didn't own much, but because I rolled really high on the starting gold, he ended up with 88.
Oh my god.
Which is why I wanted to rework that one with the announcement.
Yeah.
Got like 15 preset.
Yeah, that's
Reset, he gets 5.
I mean, I've got Vava, who's like canonically rich, but the only gold that I give her to spend is what she like has in her backstory. So technically, she only has 15 gold to spend.
Right? Look, I have Little Joe. He gambles all the time. He's constantly fluctuating in money, but because starting like background gold, just like what, 10?
Exactly. Okay. Inky, I'm going to have to throw you off if you keep chasing your tail. Okay. Let's see here. So I've got that. Okay. Say hello. I don't know if you heard that. She headbutted the microphone.
I heard it.
All right. No rush, Jazz. Just whenever you are ready, we can let me know and we can continue. Mm. Okay. All right. That'll work. So we move into the mid shift with Bilgerat. And Bilgerat, I need you to make me a perception check.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
All right. So again, you hear the sounds of the mountain at night. You hear a couple coyotes. You hear the goats screaming. They sound a little closer than when Gray was there, but you don't have that frame of reference, so you just hear goats in the distance screaming. And with that massive perception, you also hear skittering in one of the carts. Like not a lot, just gentle like rustling from one of the carts.
Well, there isn't supposed to be anything in there except for cargo. So
Yep.
in Bilgerat's mind, he's thinking, oh, it's probably rats. Animal rats, not rats like me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we don't want them nibbling or anything. So I think he's going to take note of that, go over and, like, his idea is just to, like, spook him out.
Okay. As you head on over, the scuttling kind of, like, stops. Like, whatever it is heard you. And Angel, the real kind wolf, actually perks her head up and glances over to see what's going on. And do you look into the cart? It's the covered cart. Do you look in there?
Bilgerat's going to look at Angel. He's going to, like, wink and make a shushing motion. And he's a rogue. He's
Okay.
going to stealth over to that cart and take a peek in.
All right, roll me stealth. Holy crap. Okay, so
This is a rogue.
This is a rogue doing his thing. Okay, so you look in there and so in fact, you don't see a rat in the cart. You see a lizard. It's a pretty sizable lizard, but it's a lizard. But the other thing you notice is it's got a tube in its mouth, and that tube has a hazard symbol on it. And it's like clearly trying to like bang the tube open quietly with its little lizard mouth.
You say it's sizable. What are we talking here?
I forget sizes are a thing here. I'm gonna say like it's an alarmingly sized lizard. Like it's like if you think of like a desert lizard as being something that's like a foot long from head to tail, this thing is like 2.5 times that size. It's a pretty big lizard.
Okay.
And it's got a tube in its mouth with a hazard symbol on it.
Bad. Bilgerat doesn't super want to take his eyes off that.
The lizard has not noticed him. It is currently busy trying to get at this supposed whatever it thinks is food.
Okay. All right. Here's Bilgerat's thought process. He should get the boss, but the boss is loud.
Uh-huh.
So we could go for someone quieter.
Angel is staring at you intently.
And see, the thing is, Lilie's also probably going to be loud, but the kid just went to bed, so it's got to be... Yeah, he's decided he's going to get Riona. Plus, Angel is awake.
Yes. So, and Riona, fun fact, Riona is an elf. She's not actually asleep. She's in a trance. So...
He does not know that. He has no
He
idea.
does not, but... He does not, but like he shakes her, and instead of like sounding groggy, like, huh, is that? She immediately just goes, "What is it? What? Wrong voice. What is it? What's going on?"
Oh, wow, you wake easy. Got a big old lizard rustling around in the covered cart with all the fragile stuff. You look like you're sneaky-ish type, so I just want to take care of it quietly. We gonna be good?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And she very quietly gets up. She does not have stealth, so this is gonna be fun. But she kind of looks to Bilgerat like, what do you need me to do?
Basically, I just kind of want backup in case this lizard, it is big. He holds out his arms out super far in an estimation of it. It might be his whole wingspan.
And Riona just looks just as surprised, like, that's a big rat. Or, I mean, a big lizard. Sorry.
Yeah, hence why you see I wanted backup. So in case it gets dicey, or I don't know, it has poison. I don't know what land animals are like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not familiar with Inkwell animals, but...
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's fine. We can deal with it. It's fine. It'll be fine. So she gets up and heads on over to help. She's going to position herself at the back of this cart just in case, I guess.
All right.
If you're at the front, she's going to go to the back. Is Bilgerat going to try and sneak up on this lizard?
Yeah. I think Bilgerat's plan is he's going to sneak up. He's going to try and snatch the tube out of its grasp and just sort of start shooing it out.
Okay. All right. Do one more stealth for me. Okay. And okay, you manage, in fact, to sneak up on this lizard as it's... Oh, shit. That's right. As it's kind of banging its head around to try and get this stupid tube open because it's determined to think that there's food in here. And so it's doing that, and Riona steps around the back and unfortunately snaps a branch, which causes the lizard to freeze and look at her. And then it bolts. Make a dex check.
Yeah. It's time to try some lizard wrangling. Damn it.
Oh no! So you try to grab it, and it weasels away and starts to try and run. And Riona then panics and also tries to grab this lizard. Okay. And it dives past you, Bilgerat, knocks over another container, which makes a noise, and then immediately like bolts for the back of the cart. And Riona does not grab the lizard, but she does grab the canister from it. And so the lizard, she's now just standing there holding this canister, and the lizard is hanging off the other side, and she's just standing there frozen, unsure of what to do now, because she's got it. Is it poisonous? Oh God, do I touch it?
Bilgerat's doing hammer space.
Cool.
Because you mentioned this thing was looking for food?
Yes, it was looking for food.
He's pulling out another... God, what do lizards eat? He's pulling out another apple.
Okay. And anybody with a passive of, I'm gonna say 13 or more, also can wake up due to the rustling noises.
That's probably
Lilie is fast asleep. You can hear
Okay.
her. You can hear her. And then
probably
she's
to wake up.
Aw. All right. Does Gray wake up or no?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Wrestling noises. He's very intent on
Okay.
knowing what that is.
Okay. So Gray wakes up and nobody, no one else wakes up. Nobody has that. Wow. That's okay. So you wake up and you see Bilgerat offering an apple to this lizard, and the lizard sees the apple, looks at the apple, looks at Bilgerat, looks at Riona, and then kind of crosses its eyes to look at the tube in its mouth. Looks at the apple, looks at the tube. Apple, tube, apple, tube. Apple it is, and it drops it lets go and like springs over to Bilgerat.
Oh God.
I was about to say if the lizard didn't pick, Gray was going to like try to tell it that hey, that you can't eat that. Eat the apple.
Okay.
It was gonna try.
Stranger things you can communicate with people.
Yes.
So this lizard like springs at Bilgerat and he just like jumps himself and flings the apple.
And much like a dog chasing a ball, the lizard darts off into the underbrush, and Angel equally almost gets up and is staring forlornly at where the apple went. But Riona gives the dog like a stern word in Elven, and the wolf very grudgingly lays back down. And she just, okay, that was very that was exciting. Okay. I think I'm okay. She looks a little weak.
Hey, you did good. You did good.
Yeah, thanks. And she kind of has like a hand on her heart. Just okay. Okay.
You all right, miss?
You're awake. Okay. Sorry, we didn't mean to wake you.
It's
It's
all
okay.
right.
It's okay.
I
You
heard rustling.
Oh, it was just a lizard thinking the cart was full of food. And she dusts herself off and then kind of like
Well, about animals eating things they shouldn't.
it's that's at least something that's common between here and home. And she and then sits down and just it's okay. Go back to sleep, Gray. Yes, Gray.
Yeah, I got this.
All right.
Riona does not seem to be going back to sleep anytime soon. She got her 4 hours of trance, so but she sits down at the fire with Bilgerat. Like she isn't going to engage him in conversation if he doesn't. She's just chilling by the fire.
All right. First thing Bilgerat's going to do, is she still holding like the tube?
Yes, actually, she is.
So
She doesn't seem to realize it, but yes.
yeah, he kind of holds his hand up for like, I can go put that back.
And she looks at him confused, like her mouth is still covered, but you can see her eyes kind of crinkle in confusion. And then she looks down at her hands and goes, right. She just thrusts it out at him like awkwardly, like here.
Yeah. He takes that, he goes back to the cart, he like makes sure the coverings are all good, and he's going to put that tube somewhere easy to find in the morning, because he should probably let Craven know
that a lizard tried to eat that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be smart. While you're putting it back, if you want to roll a oh no, you did that already. You know what the cargo is. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was about to say if you want to roll to look at the cargo, but then I remembered you did that. So, yeah. Okay, so that sounds good. And thankfully, the rest of your shift passes without any other incident. There's no more lizards. You can still hear just the sounds of nightlife off in the distance, but nothing close to camp this time. The lizard has gotten, like you see at one point, the lizard comes back with its apple, gives you a nod, and then keeps scurrying away.
Does like a little salute.
Fantastic. And that actually no, not yet. No. Okay, so yeah, that ends his shift, and that
That's
next
not
up,
honest.
it's fine. That then moves on to Lilie. It is your turn now to be on guard.
Yay.
Yeah. And so I'm gonna have Lilie make me a perception check.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
Like she gets up. She is ready for watch. Then she sees Candy again. Oh, she's gonna go into pet Candy very carefully, so not to wake up.
Candy. I was gonna say Candy is asleep. Her little hooves are kicking in a dream.
Lily finds this extremely cute,
Oh,
and then
good.
she spots Angel. She goes over to Angel and also carefully pets the wolf.
Angel is also still asleep. Again, her paws are twitching like she's running in her dream. And so you don't see anything. And oh, hang on. I need to quickly. Hang on. Where'd it go? No, where'd it go? Crap. My notes got all mixed. No, my notes got all mixed up. Hang on.
Okay, while you're doing that, after petting the little horse and the wolfie, Lily just like looks around at everyone, and then she gets stuck at to like staring at Silas's scar on the face, like she is staring at it very intently, like.
So it okay, and Riona is kind of chilling at the fire, like she's again like she doesn't seem to be aware. She's just kind of sitting at the fire, like half there. But she does kind of catch Lilie staring, and she just kind of like quietly just says, I promise he's not that bad. He's just very serious.
Lily like stares at Silas for a moment longer before turning to look at Terrell and be like, does he want to fight?
Well, kind of, I guess. He was with the guard, with the royal guard back home, but that was a few years ago now. So I guess yes?
Huh. She turns back to look at Silas very thoughtfully.
All right. Silas is dead asleep, like he's snoring. His passive perception is 10. He sees nothing. He hears nothing. He's out. But Riona doesn't really like say much else beyond that. She's just kind of quietly like tending the fire and letting all of this happen. And your shift passes completely without incident. Actually, you don't hear anything. Like the sounds of the area of night just kind of fade away. It's quiet. Nothing seems really to be happening right now. And so you see the sun start to rise, Lilie, and
She is still staring.
Riona's
Like-
gonna notice. Oh, go ahead.
Like she's staring, and now her snoot is pretty much like in front of like Silas's face.
Riona is watching this. She just goes, "What are you thinking?"
Hmm.
We love one dinosaur.
It's true.
She doesn't say anything. She just keeps on staring and pondering, like, hmm.
All right.
I know, do a big honk.
He doesn't wake. He's still just and just sleeping, like snoring completely. And Riona, Riona gets a look on her face, but you're staring so intently you don't notice it. And I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Do it.
She throws a rock at Silas.
Oh my god.
And it pings off his face, and he just kind of, huh? And then he opens his eyes and sees this dinosaur directly in front of him. And he
Amazing.
screams.
Amazing. 10 out of 10.
Oh
And
my
he
God.
is immediately like pitching backwards away.
Oh my god, as he is like scuttling like away, like Lilie is like as a reaction like scuttling after.
he's actually reaching for his sword before he realizes who it is. Like it takes his brain a second to register, and then he stops like mid like hand on sword, and he's just staring wide-eyed at this dinosaur. And Riona is giggling at the fire.
Did this scream wake us up?
I mean, if you want to roll for it, like,
Oh my god.
Absolutely. What would that roll be?
Yes.
perception, I'm gonna say.
Alright.
Yep, you wake up. Bilgerat wakes up.
He bolts awake.
Yep. Gray wakes up. And actually, does Craven wake up?
Oh dear.
Don't wait, Grandpa.
Don't wake Craven. Oh my god. Craven also wakes up, but it's not as immediate. He's pretty groggy. So he's woken the whole camp up, which, I mean, it's almost like you've got like maybe another 30-ish minutes in your shift, Lilie. So it's not like everyone was woken up way too early, but like, yeah, everyone is now violently awoken because Silas was screaming. And Craven has what's that? Who are we? Are we being attacked? What's going on? Circle the wagons. And then he stops and looks around. He's, what's going on?
Oh my god.
Silas is just like still wide-eyed, just panting, staring at Lilie.
Lilie is gonna like stare there for like a bit longer with that intense look, and then she like smiles and says, "You have pretty eyes, you know?"
Silas just stares at her, completely dumbfounded, and then just says, "Thanks, I think," and slowly sheathes his sword again.
Is everything okay?
Riona is just giggling at the fire, and she just says, "Yes, sorry." Oh my god. Craven does not look happy. He's just, what in tarnation are you all doing?
What was I doing? She finally looks over at the Craven.
He looks at Lilie, and then he just says, "Nothing, sweetheart. You were fine." And he looks at Silas and goes, "What on earth were you doing?" To which Silas just goes, "Sleeping?" He turns to Bilgerat and just says, "Did he find Craven?" Just gives Silas a like, "I'm watching you" motion, and then turns to Bilgerat and Gray, says, "Did y'all shifts go anything to report overnight then, since we all seem to be awake now?"
Gray just kind of looks over at Riona and Silas, but he doesn't say.
No.
Okay.
I don't think there was anything.
I got something.
Hmm.
And Bilgerat's
oh?
getting up and dusting himself off. We might want to
What's that?
Yeah, the covered cart. We might want to secure that more. A lizard got in last night.
And so initially Craven looks concerned, and then he just looks frustrated, like, dang lizards. Yeah, all right, I can do that. We can get another tarp on them or something, right? You got one in your hammer space, Amir? And Amir kind of like, yup. And how does a draft horse have hammer space? It's a tune. It doesn't matter.
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
Reaching inside the sketch.
Yeah. And Craven kind of nods and says, "Well, all right, I guess since we're all up, we can start getting ready to go on again." Which, I'm gonna say you found so much food last night, Gray, that there's still stew to be had in the morning. So as you all do that, I'm gonna have, let's see here. So Craven is going to start, he's going to like grab just a bowl, and he's literally like one hoof, he's like slurping it as he like absently starts tacking down extra stuff out of in the covered wagon. Like outside of sitting down for dinner, this donkey has not held still this whole time. He's been like moving. And the two draft horses stand up, get stretching. Your horses all are like getting up, getting ready. Silas and Riona are equally doing whatever weird morning routine they have. Like Riona's doing a bunch of stretching, and Silas is like, actually, roll nature for Silas. I just realized, if anyone wants to roll nature on what Silas is doing, because he's got a bunch of weird herbs.
Oh,
and he's like putting them over the fire.
yes, I want.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nature.
I was about to say I'm proficient in herbalism kit, but I'll let Bill do that.
Nice.
Considering.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So
Bilgerat's wandering right over and getting in a space to look at this.
Okay. Well, so Lilie and Gray, you know he's got some herbs. You've never seen these herbs in your life. They're weird. Wow. Jeez, Bilgerat. Okay.
Bilgerat's been around.
He has, and because he's been around and he's been in a port, you actually recognize these herbs. They are not from Inkwell. They are from another, like, you don't remember the name of the continent right now, I'm gonna say, just because, I don't know. But
Mood.
but they're medicinal. And you can tell that they are for pain mitigation. And they're pretty potent. Like, he's making a batch of it. And he kind of gives Bilgerat a long, hard look that is clearly like, what are you doing? As he's like mixing this whole thing up.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me. He's got his hands up, but he's not like he's kind of interested in this.
What are you doing,
Watching.
Silas?
Silas looks from Bilgerat to Gray and starts to kind of like shift a little, and then he just says, painkillers. And Riona.
Yeah, I can see that. Strong stuff.
Whoa. What kind of herbs are those?
What you doing? Now Lilie comes over and sits beside Silas. And
Gray's
almost
really interested in
immediately
the herbs
start-
specifically. Like he really wants to learn about like everything there is about the herbs Silas.
Okay. And Silas looks frustrated, and then a rock hits the back of his head from Riona. And he just, okay. And he names off a couple of like, Bilgerat knows these herbs. I'm not gonna look it up. I don't have the energy.
Fair
But
point.
he names off like 4-5 different herbs. And he mentions these are native to our home. They're really good painkillers. It's actually one of the main exports from Verona, and it's just a really strong painkiller. It lasts, when you get a batch this strong, it lasts you the whole day. It's for her, and he throws a thumb back over at Riona, who's still stretching. And you guys notice she's actually putting braces on her legs.
Oh.
Bilgerat just kind of
She,
snaps his fingers. It's like, okay, that's where I've seen them before. Export.
Yeah. And Silas kind of looks at you and just says, you know this stuff then, huh?
I've transported it.
And he kind of looks at you again. He says, you work on a boat?
I've worked on a lot of boats. And the main one, yeah, goes to real kind places a lot. We do a lot of real kind exports.
Huh. And he kind of shifts a minute, thinking. And actually, I need to... Will he do it? He will do it!
Oh.
Damn, that's my only nat 20 for the day. So, now I gotta pull up my notes. Yay! So, he actually then kind of shifts and glances at you, and then glances at everybody and kind of just asks, you wouldn't have happened to have heard anything anything weird happening around here then, would you? As I slip
No.
back into Craven, but
Weird how?
like, and he's trying to think, and he can't seem to like quantify it because he's trying to figure like stuff going missing that shouldn't, or and if you want to roll a history for any kind of weird occurrences, or if you want to just make something up, that's fine too. Like,
Well, I mean, stuff missing. Lizard tried to make off with some things yesterday, but
Silas just rolls his eyes and just no, like something big being stolen. Like, oh nope,
Bilgerat's
a
got
7 is not going to do it.
His knowledge
Nope.
set is very specific.
Gray
And
also
Gray,
has nothing.
Gray
he's not
also
very old.
has
He doesn't know
nothing.
many things.
that is all right, but Silas just kind of, yeah, I kind of figured that was a big place. That's fine. And he
Did something of yours go missing?
he kind of is quiet a moment and then says, You could say that. If you want to roll insight on that, you can.
Oh boy.
Absolutely, this is fascinating. Oh boy.
Gray was just like, something missing. Is there something we gotta look for? Was it yours? But then Silas was kind of, nope.
And
I want to do insight just because.
do it. Do it. Please do
Let's
it.
go.
This is great. Okay. Okay, so that is okay, so Bilgerat. Bilgerat makes it. So Silas is definitely looking for something. It's not necessarily missing, but he is clearly like trying to find something, and he is wanting information, but he isn't sure how to like ask for this kind of information, the information he needs. So he's just trying to get generic stuff and hoping to piece it together. And I mean, that's the best that you can hope for him, because his int's not good. It's not very good. He's not the best at any, no. So he's doing this the best way he knows how, which is just generic questions about like strange things happening and hoping that leads him to what he's looking for.
Well, Bilgerat shrugs.
Yeah.
I mean, unless
Oh, go ahead.
you specify further, I don't think I got anything.
He looks pretty like he's thinking so hard. If he were a toon, you would see the gears above his head rotating.
There's smoke coming out the ears.
There is smoke coming out of his ears. He is trying. He is putting all 8 of that intelligence into what he's trying to do. And he is like, he finally just says, I'm trying to find something. And he casts a glance like around and at Riona, and then he like leans in and he just says, I'm trying to find anything about I'm trying to find a temple. Like a deity temple. And it's for a kind of obscure god. And goes by take 2. And if you want, roll me a religion, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh, I did not
Okay.
get a bonus in that.
Does the roll take in
I got it.
minus?
Okay. Yeah, it would just be D20 minus whatever.
Okay, that -1.
Oh, Lilie.
Oh boy.
Oh, Lilie. Okay, so Gray, actually, you have in fact heard vaguely of this deity, and you have heard only just vague mentioning. Like you could tell nothing about like beyond. Yeah, I've heard that name mentioned.
I know that name.
Silas immediately looks at you. Yeah, what?
Ah,
So let me just give you my information here. So you've heard of this deity, specifically in the southeastern area of the Giznep Kingdom. And it's like, again, it's very vague stuff of just like people mentioning like there's something there involving Take 2, and only that it's worth noting only scholars and like people like explicitly studying religions are talking about this. That no common person you've ever heard mention this deity, and they always kind of mention them in a kind of like a past tense sort of deal. And so they always mention like it's been a while. We haven't heard anything in a while. Like, just there's very little known, and what little is known is all really old and outdated. So it's not helpful, but like anything you tell Silas, he is immediately like absorbing.
Well, it's I know the name and I've heard people mention them, but they don't seem to have heard from their god in a while, and most folk don't even know the name. I've only ever heard like really smart people talking about it.
Silas just kind of, he looks kind of frustrated about that, but he nods like, yeah, that's, did you any mentions of like any kind of shrine to it or anything like that?
I'm gonna let you answer that with 17.
So
yeah,
you haven't heard of any temples or anything, just that like anything about like anything you've heard has like been in, again, in the yes, southeastern. No, I'm incorrect. That's wrong. Southern Giznip. I'm sorry. I've
That's
got
fine.
my map messed up, but that's okay.
Nothing about a temple, but anytime I hear people talking about it, it's in the south of the Jiznep kingdom, like the southern part.
Silas actually, like, you don't need to roll insight. He actually like visibly like perks up at that, like, really now? Thank you. That's more than I've got.
Glad to be able to help you, Mr. Silas.
Yeah, thanks, kid. And then from behind him,
Thank you for
Riona
teaching
pipes
me
up.
about the herbs.
Huh? What'd you say? I'm sorry?
Thank you for teaching me about the herbs too.
Oh, it's no problem. And then from behind him, Riona pipes up, Gray, right, Gray. And as he brings back these herbs to Riona, who, and basically like that's her stuff for the day. Riona has 5 constitution, FYI.
Whoa.
Like, yeah. There's a reason she rides with Craven. So
Okay.
yeah.
Can I say, like, while the others were talking, like, Lilie got that pondering look on her face again, and then finally it's like, so you are saying that you're looking someone you know's address. I got it. I for a moment I thought you were for like you lost your favorite tooth. Have you lost your favorite tooth? Let me see. Have you lost any teeth? She just takes a hold of Silas's head, and while she is big, yes, she gently opens the mouth like and quickly checks like, oh, has he lost any teeth?
And Silas is just frozen. He does not move. He's just and he is in fact missing a tooth, but like it's not like it's old. It's an old missing tooth.
So you lost a tooth.
Yeah, I did. I lost it about 5 years ago.
Oh, did you ever find it?
Are her hands still in his mouth?
Yeah, she's still looking inside inside his mouth.
No, it fell off a cliff.
Aw, that's unfortunate. Maybe I could find it for you. Hold on, let me just. And she just presses her snoot like against Silas and takes a big whiff, like.
You're not gonna find this tooth on Inkwell.
You never know.
Okay. At this
Hold on. Let me just one more time, just to be sure I memorized the scent.
One dinosaur.
Craven at this point is just, all right, y'all, all right. We gotta saddle up and get moving. We're burning daylight. Oh my god.
Lilie,
And
I love
Silas just stands there stunned. He is not moving. He's just like, you can hear the evanescence playing in his head as he just is full of regret.
Are you okay, Mr. Silas?
So he waves a hand like absently. He doesn't respond. He's just
I'm sure I can fight your teeth. Don't worry. And she gives her like a reassuring like pat on the shoulder, like pat pat.
I love you so much, Lilie. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, that was so good. So with that, so Craven starts ushering you all to like get saddled up and get moving. And as he does that, he hooks up B and Amir to their respective carts and has that go on. And you guys all now start your trip actually through the mountains. And
Do I have to make another save for my horse?
yes, you do.
And
Yes, you
animal
do.
handling roll?
Yes, animal handling. You might have won Trent over yesterday, but he's still stubborn. That's just him. 13. Okay, I'm gonna say that because you got like you excuse me. Because you managed to, calm him down, placate him yesterday, you managed to do the same today. He's not too as good of a degree. He's kind of jostling a bit more than normal, and when you try to like urge him on, he like spins in a couple of frustrated circles, and so before yeah, eventually he's just like he huffs and settles in line next to Candy and Lilie, and as you guys managed to finally get like you managed to get him at least like placated enough to listen to get moving. And as you guys move through the mountains, roll me. Do I want it to be? Roll either perception or survival, whichever is higher for you.
Oh boy.
Oh, that didn't work.
Yeah!
Yo! All right,
That was
Gray.
survival. That was
Okay.
survival.
Okay, perfect. You have.
Oh no.
Oh, Lilie. Okay, and last but not next. My God, your stats are garbage, Silas. He can hit things. That's all he can do.
Sometimes it's all you
Silas.
need.
I just
Sometimes.
imagine like for Lilie, like she's not paying attention to the surroundings. She has her snoot close to the ground and she is sniffing for the tooth.
And Silas is just so distracted by this whole thing, he doesn't notice either. But, oh my gosh. Okay, so Gray, you notice as your survival going through the mountains, you actually there's the path is a pretty well-worn path. Like this is a pretty common caravan route. And you notice along up ahead, you notice bits of debris, and then in the road, like rocks, and looking up, you actually notice a bunch of rocks that are not as secured as they could be. And I don't know if you have ever seen what a rock slide might look like, potentially, but this is a rock slide waiting to happen. It's just gonna take one small thing. So
He has enough of an idea, so he's gonna. Mr. Craven, sir, I think we should slow down at least. The ground doesn't look safe up ahead.
And he rolled a 14, and with that, I'm gonna give, with your warning, I'm gonna say he at least manages to barely reach, and he kind of goes, "Oh, good eye there, kid." And he kind of, slows B down, and Amir slows down behind her. And here's the fun part. Now I gotta make these guys roll.
Oh, dear.
Where's my draft horses?
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, actually, they don't have too bad. That's impressive. Okay.
Please.
Yeah. But he slows the horses down, and he kind of motions to everybody and just says, "Everyone, I need y'all to be quiet. We don't want to think of this like an avalanche. We don't need to set this off." And so that is okay. B is definitely quiet and very carefully making her way through this potential area.
She screwed up once. She ain't doing it again.
She is not doing it again. And Amir is moving slow. He is doing his best. The bits of debris in the road are kind of rattling his cart because it's the covered one, and it's like starting to make a bit of noise. And let me do. And so B gets through this. It's a pretty wide stretch that's like potential for rock slides, and she gets through it. I'm gonna say Gray, because you're up there. You are also past it. Silas is back with Lilie and Bilgerat. You both are almost through it when you hear rumbling, and the rocks kind of start to slide, and I'm gonna need Lilie. Are you on a horse, or are you? No, you're sniffing the ground. That's right. So
she's walking. She's sniffing. She's gonna find that tooth.
She is going to find that tooth. So Lilie can just like make a dex check to get out of the way. Bilgerat, you're on a horse. I'm gonna need you to roll animal handling to urge the horse fast enough.
Boy,
and yeah, and I also need Amir to do the same thing. Wow, Bilgerat, all right. That is a dirty 20.
Well in this game. What the hell?
Say that as soon as
Heck
Gray
yeah.
notices the rumbling, he's immediately like,
Hurry up!
Basic dex.
he doesn't go too loud
basic
because
dex.
he doesn't want it to get worse, but he does
Yeah.
immediately.
Holy shit.
Oh my gosh, Lilie, that's a nat 20. Wow. Okay. So
How many nat 20s have we gotten thus far?
a lot, and I'm so pleased. So
Well, move, please.
Bilgerat, you hear the rocks start to fall. And I assume you just immediately spur that horse to go. Like,
Yeah, he's not about this.
absolutely.
I ain't about that life.
Absolutely valid. Lilie, you hear the rocks starting to fall, and you see Amir is like he's starting to run, like he's trying to go. He's having a bit of a hard time with this heavy cart. With that nat 20, you can help. Holy crap.
Oh my god, I just imagine like Lilie isn't even paying much attention to the rocks. But when she sees like Craven like picking up pace, like she also picks up the pace, still sniffing, now pushing.
Yes, good. Perfect. I love it.
Nothing will interrupt her sniffing, but she will keep up if she needs to.
Good. And with that, you actually then do manage to get the cart past this rock slide without it taking damage. So, congrats. You have managed to not get any of the goods damaged. And it is a cacophonous sound. Like, I don't think you've ever heard anything quite this loud in your life, any of you. And once, once all of this just loud crashing and banging stops, Craven has a moment of catching his own breath because he had to make the horses go. He was like basically jumping between B and the back of the cart, making sure everything stayed in the open cart. And he just goes, "Is everyone all right? Sound off if you're dead."
That doesn't make any sense.
Lilie is still sniffing. She has not raised her head even once. She is still sniffing.
Candy is actually now also sniffing. She doesn't know why, but you are, so she wants to help.
Oh my god.
But he kind of looks at everybody and then gives a nod and pats Gray, like reaches over to pat Gray on the shoulder, and he just goes, "Nicely done, kid. That could have been real bad."
But it wasn't.
No, it was not. Your keen senses are proven to be well, they're proven to be quite the gift.
He is smiling super wide, ear to ear grin. He's very happy that Craven thinks he's doing good.
And from you don't need to roll this because you all can hear it. It's loud enough. You hear goats screaming from up where the landslide was. Apparently, the landslide upset the local goats. So
I was wondering where they went.
Oh my god.
and he gives everybody a moment to kind of catch their breath and calm the horses down, and then gently urges everybody to continue moving. And Lilie, because you are on foot, I actually need you to make me a Constitution save.
Oh dear.
It's okay. You are fine. Lilie, you are okay. This long march and that bit of activity have not bothered you in the slightest. So you are fine. Excuse me. Sorry about that.
Lilie just continues to sniff like those hounds in the cartoons, like on the track.
Oh my gosh, Lilie, I love you so much. You aren't picking up any of Silas's scent beyond beyond him in the cart, I'm sad to say, but that's okay.
She is trying.
She is doing her best. And because you have managed to avoid the landslide, you guys actually have a pretty chill rest of the trek through the initial bit, like the dangerous bit of the mountains, I'll say. The dangerous, quote unquote, with rock slides. So that manages to go pretty good. And you, as you are making your way, Beast stops suddenly because up ahead, are a herd of goats blocking the road.
Oh.
Just like, normal goats. They're all just kind of milling about. But there's a fair number of these goats. And you notice in this group are two about the size of your horse's goats, just kind of like hanging out in this herd of many, many normal goats. They're all mountain goats. Just two of them are very large. And the goats look up, see all of you, and then resume their grazing and are not moving at all.
Huh. Land animals keep on being way larger than the books made them out to be.
And Craven kind of B just go through them, B. And B shakes her head, tosses her head side to side, and goes, "Nope."
I want to say, like, because I think this is in character, like Lilie just continues forward, well, and then it stops when her snoot like bumps against one of the goats, so like boop.
He just blocks one of them.
And the goat makes a "nyeh" noise, and then glares at Lilie, and it's okay. Lilie, what is your AC?
14.
Okay, so the goat makes it and then bonks you on the head. You take 1 point of damage. It was not a very hard bonk. But the goat was feisty. It did not appreciate being bonked.
Just bark on
And-
the snoot like bonk.
Bonk.
Bonk for
And
bonk.
the two larger goats immediately turn to look at you, Lilie.
Gray's
And
I don't think he's going to try to speak with animals just yet, but I'm assuming these count as beasts. Just
yes, they are beasts.
Okay, yeah. So he's going to try to, like, tell them that they can calm down. That they're just, we're just trying to pass through.
Roll
Like, it'd be-
persuasion.
It'd be, oh gee, what is my persuasion?
Oh boy.
It is another +3, like most of my.
Nice. An 11. So the goats all look at you, and the two larger goats give you a very hard stare, and then just snort, and they resume their grazing, and they don't move.
Oh my god.
And Craven just starts to like, and he hops off, and he walks up to the
Oh.
goats. He
I
says,
was gonna
"Come
say
on
when
now."
that failed, he was gonna try animal friendship on one of the big ones.
Okay. What does that do? You're gonna have to give me a quick refresher on
It lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose the one beast that you can see within range. It must see and hear. If it's 4 or higher, the spell fails, which is I'm asking if that. Otherwise, it's a wisdom save or they are charmed by me.
Okay, a wisdom save. Okay. So wait, hang on. Let me see. Let me pull up animal friendship, you said? Here we
Yes.
go. Okay. Is 4 or higher. Okay, if it's intelligence. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't.
It is not. It is not 4.
Your average beast.
Yeah. Otherwise, the beast must succeed a wisdom saving throw. Okay. So this goat has to make a wisdom
Yep,
save, I
Or a
guess.
friend.
And what is the DC?
Oh, that beats it. Rip.
So the goat stares at you, snorts angrily, and like lowers its head like it's gonna like in a threatening manner. Like, no.
My god.
And if with that, Craven kind of like starts trying to like shoo them, like, come on, go on, move, come on. There's plenty of other grazing spots further down the road, or at least part for a bit. Come on, we gotta get through. And
We're out of rockslide territory, right?
yes. Yeah.
Lilie can roar and scare them off.
I mean, yes. And he does not, he kind of like, yeah, yeah.
What? Did someone say scaring?
Lilie,
I do have a
sweetheart. Oh, yes,
question.
go ahead.
Not
I do have a
scaring you.
question for the DM specifically.
Yes.
I have thaumaturgy. Would I be allowed to amplify Lilie's voice with it, or is that self only? I'm asking you.
I'm gonna say that it can work because I'm gonna say, yeah, you can do that because it doesn't like specifically say it has to be you. It just says that your voice. So like, I'm gonna say that, yeah, you can do that.
All right, then he's gonna turn to Lilie. It's like,
All right, I'm gonna make you sound even louder, and we're gonna scare the heck out of these goats.
I can roar?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, sweetheart. Go ahead, give it your best one.
Okay. She backs up a little, goes like more in middle of the road, like readying herself.
Bilgerat's grinning. He's covering his ears.
Yep.
and Gray's got thaumaturgy on it, so up to 3 times as loud for a minute.
Oh my god.
Would that give advantage?
Yes, it will. It will give advantage.
I'm assuming
Oh my
intimidation or
God.
something.
Yes, intimidation. Roll intimidation.
Okay,
That is a
there's
10.
first-
Hey!
Oh!
Okay,
oh my
so
gosh.
Lilie is freaking gonna blow like freaking Godzilla roar.
Oh my god.
Great cheers, by the way.
Yeah!
Yeah, Bilgerat's
So-
also cheering.
You have startled the goat herd. Congratulations. Everybody make a dex save.
Oh,
Oh my God.
what? This is a bad
Cool.
idea?
Roar still counts. I still count that as a success.
Everybody dex save?
Everybody dex save.
Oh dear.
Okay. So that Bilgerat, you are completely fine. This now stampeding goat herd startles and scatters in all directions. They're mountain goats. Some of them literally scale just up the sheer cliff of the mountain. Others dart back the way, that you guys are going. A good chunk of them are running away from you. But a couple run towards Lilie just because it's a panic and they're freaking out. And they don't like specifically ram into you. They just kind of jostle around you and Gray and your horses, and you both take 4 points of damage just from these goats like panicking and running. And I'm gonna say like it was one of the larger ones that jostled you just because it's like
just a big bonk.
Just a big bonk, and it just keeps running. And that roar echoes through the mountains for a good minute. And behind you, like back where the rock slide was, you hear more rocks falling. But Craven gives a whoop. Like, that, boy, howdy, that was incredible, Lilie dear. Oh my goodness, I knew it was a good idea to bring you on this. You are such a delight. And
Oh my God, Lilie is now
Nice
like
job, Lily.
Lilie is just pumping out her chest, like looking really proud, plush on her cheeks. Like she is happy, she is proud, she did a good roar.
Nice.
oh my god. And that, you solved my goat puzzle with no combat. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I fully expected you to have to fight these goats, but nope. And actually, fun bit, as you continue on down like the path now, there's like an occasional goat still like milling around, but it's easier now. And you see an actual like a toon goat just kind of like trying to shoo, like coming towards you, but like he's clearly busy, but he's shooing the pack of goats that you had along, and he's just, come on now, come on, I swear to crap, if I find out who did that. He's just like trying to shoo his goats back along the way they came.
Oh my god.
You have scattered this shepherd's herd of goats, but he doesn't know it was you, so he's just trying to get them back.
Nice.
Oh my god.
I think also Bilgerat covered his ears.
Gray really
he
wants
actually-
to apologize, but I feel like it's good.
He actually took them off. So he's like reattaching them back on his head.
When you do that, Silas and Riona are just staring like, what the hell?
They go on like, pop, pop. They'd made popping noises coming off as well. I think he sees them staring, and he grins and he winks, and he like, you know that nose that floats in front of his snoot? He honks it.
I love you, Bilgerat.
Gray asks if he can honk Bilgerat's nose.
He leans over in Gray's reach.
Yes. Like he really excitedly just squeezes it and tries to make a loud honk.
Honk.
Yes.
I'm so glad these two real kind are just dumbfounded. Just what?
Oh, check this out. He's on a roll now. Thoda just goes, you ever wanted eyes on the back of your head? He pops off his eyes and like his head.
They are horrified. You have like successfully made these two real kind just like, what the hell? Craven is just, stop fooling around back there. I need your ass front and center.
Yes, sir.
This way I can watch our six.
He goes, all right, fair enough.
He's gonna keep him like that for a while. This is a bit now.
He's committed.
Oh my god. Okay. You guys. Oh my god, this is amazing. I'm so glad. The rest of your day 2 actually goes without incident then. You didn't have to fight the goats, so the goats aren't a problem anymore. Congratulations, that was incredible. I'm so glad. So you start to hunker down for the night again. And if you'd like to roll me some survivals again to see if you can forage up some food,
Oh boy.
I'm gonna have Riona also do that. Oh my word!
Wasn't that the exact same as my
Right,
last
oh my
roll?
It was. It was. So this
He's very
time
good at finding food. In the
he is
middle of
very good
nowhere.
at finding food, but this time Riona actually joins him because she got a 17. So
Nice.
I think she wants him to teach her like what tune stuff is good to get because she doesn't know. So
He's excitedly if she asks, he's like excitedly explaining things he knows about like plants and stuff.
excellent. So you guys managed to gather again. You're both rangers. You get double the food. So
Yep.
you gather enough
You
food.
wanted a feast?
Yeah, you guys get a feast, and Craven is just delighted. Like, all things considered, this caravan trip has gone great. So he is utterly delighted as you guys bring back food and start to, like, settle in for the evening.
I just imagine like while like going to search for the food, like Lilie
Yeah.
gets a little distracted, tries to sniff for that teeth again.
Yes.
Still looking for that tooth.
Still looking for that tooth. And now here is where I have a question for all of you. We've got probably about 30, maybe 40 minutes left. Do you guys want to finish up today, or do you want to put a pin in it and have a part 2 later where I could probably expand it out to another, like, slightly longer game?
Ooh.
I can keep going, but it's up to y'all.
Yeah. I'm going to leave it up to y'all. Like I said, I've got about 40 minutes. There's really only 1 or 2 things that need to happen for this game, and that's about 40 minutes ish. Or we can pause, we can come back on another day, and I can do more stuff. It's up to y'all. If you guys are good to keep going, we can totally keep going.
Hmm.
Because I just realized it's been 3 hours.
Time flies by.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
You look a clock, you're like,
Nothing
"Oh,
else
go
to do,
ahead."
so.
Yeah. Are you good to keep going, Draw?
Mm,
If you don't want to, I'll be fine with that, by the way.
Yeah,
pressure
it's
from
totally what you guys are okay with.
yeah, I'm just thinking about like finish now or have more stuff to do next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
I'm good to continue, but I'd also probably put a vote in for a part 2.
Okay.
part 2.
Part 2. All right. Okay.
Part 2 then.
So, all right. So we will then kind of fade it out for there of everyone settling down at the end of day 2 for another pot of soup. And
Another banging pot of soup.
another banging pot of soup. My God, that is incredible. And we will actually continue this in another session to be determined later. So I will say goodbye for now, everybody.
Bye.
Bye
All
Bye-bye.
bye.
Excellent. And